of me, and like Hancock would be sleeping on my lap. And like I got through it. The show hadn't ended yet, so I got through like 6 seasons, and then I just kind of put it down because life. And now I was like, you know what? I really should finish it.
It gets nutso at the end.
I mean, it's not so. I mean, it's not to ruin it for anybody who hasn't watched the show, but it is quite literally a post-apocalyptic nuclear hellscape where mutants are running around like crazy. There's probably one of the most evil characters in all of fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And there's time travel nonsense. There's the multiverse.
Wait, are you talking about? Are you? I don't. I don't know why I'm hesitating to ask because this show is super old. But are you talking about Gorb? What's his name? Or are you talking about the Lich?
No, the Lich.
Okay.
The Lich was. I mean, there. It's this children's show, and then all of a sudden, Ron Perlman in all of his evil glory shows up in with a character that is quite literally like, wait, what? Such a good show.
I was going to. I got excited because I have the day off and I was going to play games, but then I don't know. Don't don't hang my feet to the fire over this. It's not that I forgot because I've been talking about it all day, but tomorrow makes 13 years that Meg and I have been together, so I don't know.
Happy anniversary.
Yay. Married for 11 years in November and been together for 13 tomorrow.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay.
So we're going to figure out something. Funny how it's like right before Father's Day, too.
I know. Oh, yeah. Happy Father's Day if I don't
Yeah.
get a chance to
Happy Father's Day
actually
to you
tell
guys.
you.
You have an animal. You take care of
We have 2 animals, and they suck.
them. Kids usually do.
I love them. I love those stupid dum-dums running around, barking their heads off.
So have you gotten to read anything different? Oh, that's what I was going to bring up. I'll come back around to that. Have you gotten to read anything, Sean?
No, and actually it's funny, because I'm a horrible multitasker and I have ADHD, I'm actually texting, because Google's awesome. Google, you can do Google messaging on your computer. So I'm messaging a group chat of people that are reading Sanderson stuff. And they were like, and they both of them are apologizing to me, like, hey, I haven't read anything. And I'm like, I'm watching Adventure Time, man. Like, I was like getting into Dungeon Crawler Carl, and then it just fell off.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why it happened. There's going to be a point, and I can tell you my jumping on book series is Cradle. I'm just going to probably at some point, like in 3 months, be like, I want to read Cradle again, and just be back into it.
None of us have joined Matt Dinneman's Patreon, right?
No, I haven't.
There's a Patreon?
Yes, there is. It's fairly cheap, but I'm warning you now, maybe don't join it because apparently he has started uploading book 9 chapters now. I know.
Really?
Yeah. So, spoilers. Maybe not read it until next year when the book comes out. Or
Wait,
review.
so he
Your choice.
posts full-on chapters?
Yeah. That's what he did with
Dude.
book 8. What? I can see the wheels turning.
Right now.
What is it, Mike?
That's a carrot that I may want to take.
But you got to catch up on the other book still.
I know. God damn it.
Sorry. I haven't read either, but that's my fault. Ooh, I did try watching a new series and fell off it really hard.
Which one?
The Amazing Digital Circus.
Oh yeah.
I tried.
Really? You fell off of it?
Yeah, it just didn't. It didn't grab me. I tried really hard too. I made it like 3 episodes. I'm just like, meh.
I will say that show is really intriguing, but I also have heard like there's a lot of shenanigans going on, and like people are mad at the movie, and it was good. I really, really.
There's a movie?
Yeah. Well, I think it. I don't know if it's released in theaters.
Does the movie at least let them out of the virtual world?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh well.
I think
What's up,
it's
Mike?
Virtual Circuit.
I'm trying to bring the chat back in.
Did you break something?
I break everything.
Okay. Sorry, man.
It's okay. Full screen? Nope.
Oh yeah, and actually, I can't watch it anyways. We don't have Netflix anymore. It was good. I liked it. I liked the idea of there being like it's weird. It's a weird show. I liked the art direction on it. I liked what they were trying to do, but like I also get it. Like it's very surreal.
Yeah. I
Like,
just
it's
kept
really
seeing
dark.
it, hearing a lot about it. It came to Fortnite recently too, and people were excited about it. So I'm like, all right, fine, I'll give it a shot. And I tried.
I mean, it's basically like it's I have no mouth and I must scream.
Yeah.
But like funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because I would think that you would like it because you're the one who introduced me to Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, I remember you got me into it right near the end of its like initial run,
Mm-hmm.
and like there was a whole thing on the interwebs about like people, what's gonna happen? Are we gonna like they were like fan casting what was going to occur, and like there was some overarching lore, and then all of a sudden it just dropped off, and it was like it wasn't bad. It was just like it didn't rectify anything.
Yeah.
Um,
It just existed.
and now they have a full television series.
Yep.
They're re-uploading stuff as of like a month and a half ago.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, cool beans, man.
Mike, do you know about that?
No. Everything's going over my head.
Oh,
The only reason
boy.
I know like Amazing Digital Circus is because Sawyer was obsessed with it for a little while. Don't ask.
Hang on. Hang on. Why is Sawyer watching it?
Because he found it when he had access to YouTube's.
Mm. It did start off on YouTube, so that makes sense. It's still not something he should probably be watching.
No.
You don't need your 8-year-old having an existential crisis.
Oh
Right.
my god.
on the nature of existence and where the ghosts in the machine and whatnot. By the way, I put in the "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" into the chat for us, and when you get a sec, watch
Yeah.
it. It is
Very surreal.
wild. It is absolutely bonkers.
Yeah, if we had just like some extra time, I would say, Mike, watch one of the episodes so we can get your reaction to it. But like, maybe that's something we hold off on and just record it ourselves. And
Yeah,
put it up.
I would honestly. That is one of those deals where it's like, it's. I mean, actually, to be fair, we could do that now. The first episode of "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" is 3 minutes long.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so Mike.
What if you watched it and narrated what he sees and just like I'm waiting for the silence as he's like trying to process what's going on.
I'm trying to get the
Here we go.
and share my screen. Hold on.
I'm excited.
Digital styles.
Copy link. I'll have to do it that way because Discord's being funky.
Oh, here, Ramblepack Podcast episode 87, and I'm excited, Adam.
And I'm very confused, Mike.
Oh, just wait.
And I'm don't hug me, I'm Sean.
Oh, nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Nice, good job.
Okay.
That's a play on words because I'm Irish and we don't like physical contact.
Ooh, how do you feel about the World Cup coming over here and like the Scottish people adopting Boston as like their place?
Oh, I love the Scots. I'm
Who
ethnically
put the stream up?
like Mike did. He's gonna watch it and
Oh,
narrate.
he's gonna watch it live here.
I like this better.
This is also
All
on the
right.
stream too, so this is gonna be funny.
Yes.
Don't hug me, I'm scared. Okay.
Watch the first one.
But which it?
Yes.
This one? This one?
Just
the-
hit
it's the one
videos
that's-
and then go to oldest. Mike, where's your
Yeah.
mouse?
It's a sandwich.
It's a sandwich. What? Where's your
Yeah,
mouse?
so-
I don't see anything.
Hold on. If you want, copy link address.
Oh, he's gonna link directly to it.
Yeah, so just click on that one.
All right.
I'm getting anxious. I'm anticipating things. I can't wait.
I know.
Ah.
This is all video game talk, obviously.
mean,
do you
to be
guys see
fair-
it?
I see you. The only thing I see is the "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared" page.
Yes, that's all I see as well.
Yeah, that's
Why
weird.
does
Okay.
why is there 4 tabs that say "Don't hug me, I'm scared" at the top?
I don't know.
Michael.
Oh, that's because the stupid freaking thing.
Is technology betraying you?
It has been lately. Like, I could have sworn I had my computer set to... There you go. There we go. Let's do this.
La 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 la.
Alright.
Did you find it?
Yep. Are you guys able to, are you guys seeing it?
Nope.
Nope.
You're streaming the
I
same
would.
browser.
I would. Yeah, I would reshare your screen because I think you're sharing the specific browser.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop streaming. Entire screen.
Yeah.
There we go.
Let's see.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Actually. Change. Entire screen.
Wow, 14 years ago. Oh, he's got the notes
Yep.
up.
Don't let people hear behind the behind the curtain.
What the flip? There we go.
We're professionals.
We know how to use the interweb.
A 3-minute video is turned into 10 minutes.
Sorry!
It's fine. It's funny.
There we go. Alright, so is it showing on your guys' end?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, it's the "You're Not Thinking Creatively" one. Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. Oh no, I hear it. Oh shit. Sorry.
I just tried to think creatively. Now, when you look at this orange, tell me please, what do you see?
It's just a boring old orange.
Maybe to you, but not to me. I see a silly face, walking along and smiling at me.
I don't see what you mean.
Cause you're not thinking creatively. So take a look at my hair. I use
Cool.
my hair to express myself.
Myself.
I
Use
I
my
use
hair
my
to
hair to
express
express
myself.
Now, when you see clouds in the sky, don't you find it exciting?
All right. Quiet.
Come on, take another look.
I can see a hat. I can see a cat. I can see a man with a baseball bat. I can see a dog. I can see a frog. I can see a ladder leaning on a log.
Think you're getting the hang of it now, using your minds to have a good time.
I might paint a picture of a clown.
Whoa there, friend, you might need to slow down.
What the hell?
Here's
Just
another
hang on.
good tip of how to be a creative whiz kid. Go and collect some leaves and sticks and arrange them into your favorite color.
Blue,
Wow.
Before you let your creativity
Just
flow.
hang on.
Listen to your heart, listen to the rain, listen to the voices in your brain. Come on, guys, let's get creative. Get creative.
Yeah, get creative. Mike, are you okay?
Ow.
Did you see the change?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm asking Sean, did he see the change in you?
I'm actually watching.
The fuck?
Now let's all agree to never be creative again.
I second that.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. And any of those videos that you watch are just like that. The time one is good too.
Oh my god, they get so good. Digital styles.
Like here, I'm thinking it was some type of wholesome episode at the beginning.
Sure.
And then nope.
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 Hard
nope.
left.
If that hard left. So Adam shared that with me like one of the first times we met, and was like, "Watch this," and we were like, me and Tara watched it. We're like, "Wait, what? This is not good." Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It is actually very.
It's very
The more you watch
artistic.
it, it's very artistic, and it gets to be funny. Like, that was very funny to me because I knew what was going to happen. But the first time you watch any of the episodes, it's this impending feeling of dread.
Yes.
The entire, like, it starts to go down, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
But then afterwards, it's very fun.
Yeah.
Green is not a creative color.
Oh.
I thought you was just gonna be a douche to him the rest of the episode.
Oh no.
Nope.
And like they are all that. So watch them at your leisure. Don't
Yeah.
watch them before you go to bed
No.
because you won't feel good about it.
If you think that one was weird, just wait till you watch the time one. That one gets pretty out there and a little existential too. That's going to be a theme
They
today
all-
for the podcast.
And the funny part is the time one is the next one.
Yep.
Oh Jesus.
Good stuff. Man, it's been a while since I watched those. I'm glad we did this. Anyway, how are you guys doing?
You know, I mean probably not. Mike's probably been better now that he's
We got to check
seen
on him
into the
tomorrow morning.
abyss.
Hey, how'd you sleep? How are your dreams?
He's looked death in the eyes. Green is not a creative color. Also, the songs slap.
Yeah. Oh man, how does the time song go? I'm like, I've got the beat, but I can't remember the words except for the past has already happened, the future doesn't exist.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. Good stuff.
We can turn this into a reaction episode if you want.
No, I'm good.
No,
Oh, you know what? That would work too if we just wanted to talk about Summer Games Fest and all the stuff that they showed off.
Oh.
Sean, we really have to address the fact that Nintendo showed off just the tiniest bit of Ocarina of Time remake.
oh, I put in 3 different things on the notes list for
All right.
Ocarina of Time fun times.
Where do we want to start then?
I mean, so it's funny. We actually a coworker of mine who actually listens to the podcast. I think we were talking about that the other day, and the whole thing for me is if you're going to do it, do it. And we talked about this on one of the previous episodes.
Mm-hmm.
If you're going to do Ocarina of Time, do it, but do something more than just making a graphical upgrade. Now, the internet, it's funny because I put in just the video, which, I mean, God, it looks beautiful.
As soon as they showed the tapestry at the beginning of the trailer, I'm like, it's Ocarina of Time. As soon as I saw the tapestry, I knew it right away. And then they did the little, what is it, Saria song melody for the Lost Woods.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, that's just confirmation.
And I mean, I will say this: like, I'm very excited, and I'm gonna buy it. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's hot garbage. I'm gonna buy it. Like, I am so desperate to play something. Like, and here's the thing: regardless of how it comes out, it's going. Even if they match the story beat for beat, it's going to feel like the way Ocarina of Time felt like when I first played it back in the 90s, right? It's going to, like, in my mind's eye, I'm going to remember that game as looking exactly the same as this crazy updated graphically video game.
Did you see some of the articles that came out talking about some of the hidden descriptions for Ocarina of Time?
No.
So there was apparently on some Nintendo website that described what the Ocarina of Time remake is going to be. And from that description, it sounded like it was going to be like a faithful remake. Like it's still going to be the Ocarina of Time that remember, just maybe remade for modern times or remastered. I'm not absolutely sure, but Nintendo went and deleted it after people found it out. So, makes you wonder what it's going to be like.
So one thing that I saw a post, and it was on TikTok, and it was about, like, basically, like, again, it was kind of like just going over what was going on in that in just that opening trailer, because Link does not look the same.
Nope.
He's not wearing the same stuff.
Nope.
And one of the things the guy said was, when they made the art for Ocarina of Time, they made it based on the models. They had already done all the modeling for the game, right? They didn't make the models based on the art. They made the art based on the models. So this game might delve a little bit more into the artistic style that they wanted to do.
Right. Now that they have the capabilities to make it how they wanted it to look, they're going to shoot for that.
Right. Again, they have to do something. Like, again, I think, and one of the things that one of the articles I linked in our notes basically goes into why it was a mistake for them to reveal it now. And the mistake that they allude to is that they're going to be fanning this flame of what is this game going to be, right?
They're going to show, you know what, they have said that more to come in the future, and I'm hoping that it's sooner rather than later, because sitting on it like this, people are already upset that there's not enough to go off of to form an educated opinion about what kind of game it's going to be. Right. So I'm hoping that they actually show it off soon, so that way people can get an idea. I mean, I personally just want to know what it's going to be like, but everything that I've seen so far is like it's pointing to how it's supposed to, how it played originally and how it felt to play it, but probably just prettier. Like the 3DS version, but like souped up.
Like, yeah, like 4K graphic. But I think the thing that was really telling for me, again, is the fact that they could have just put a one-to-one, much better rendered version of Child Link in that bed, and they didn't. And that's where I'm like...
It's a very artistic choice that they went with. Like, it's going to look different.
And I think one of the things this guy was posting about, not only talking about, like, the art style and how it's going to change to be more reflective of, like, current aesthetic, but also it's going to align with the movie that's coming out.
Oh.
So it's going to
hang on. Hasn't there been screenshots come out of the movie and it has shown like the regular green tunic, but it also showed the Breath of the Wild outfit?
Yeah, but it's regardless of the aesthetic and the choices of the like costumes. What this guy was positing was that the reason they are doing this in such a, I mean, Child Link is hyper realistic, and one of the reasons they're doing that is so that way there isn't some sort of weird dissonance when somebody goes into the movie and sees a hyper realistic version of Link.
Do you think that
that
is the same reason why they showed Star Fox in the second Mario movie for potentially a Star Fox movie, but definitely the game.
Yes. I think that, if anything, I'm actually surprised that they didn't release. It's that, but opposite, right? If they were going to be going that route, what they would have done is release the Star Fox game, and then he appears in the movie. But I think
Right.
they used the movie as the vehicle to get
Yes.
him into his own new series.
When was the last time you've heard about Star Fox? This is a way to put him back
Which is-
in the public eye and be like, oh yeah, by the way, this guy you haven't seen in a while, have fun.
Also, like, and with the Star Fox remake too, like, I'm glad they're doing a remake. Do something with it. That's not a comparatively long game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that was made for 12-year-olds in the 90s who were all hopped up on Jolt Cola and shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Mountain Dew and Skittles.
Yeah. Teeth rotting out of their heads, throwing bikes in the river and shit.
Mike, you look like you want to say something.
I'm just confused as to, and I still haven't seen the Super Mario Galaxy movie yet, but I'm still confused on why they made the decision of using Star Fox, though.
I honestly don't know unless this is like their way of dipping their toe into the idea of like having many different universes to be able to tie
Yeah.
things together, because in the movie Star Fox came from a different universe. So
Right.
and then that crossover allowed, like we were just saying, the crossover allowed them to put Star Fox back in the public zeitgeist of games and remind people that he exists, and then the game came out. So I have a funny feeling that somewhere in the future, if and when they make more character-based games, there's going to be some Avengers Endgame style thing where they bring everybody together for whatever reason too.
Super Smash Brothers. Duh.
Yeah.
Oh, like, I don't know. I would have figured it would have been, if they're gonna do something like that, I would have figured it would have been like Kirby or somebody.
Yeah, I'm
Kirby
surprised
would
they
make a
didn't do
really
Kirby.
cool movie.
Yeah. That would be an absolute trippy fuck as hell movie.
Yes. The games are super dark when you look into them, because they look all happy and fun on the outside, but when you dive into the actual lore and what's going on, it's kind of messed up.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I
God's sakes,
posted-
Kirby's eating people. God damn it!
It's a good thing, though.
He's eating them alive.
It's for the betterment of all mankind. He must eat, consume.
By the way, like, so I put in screen grabs, a screen grab of Child Link, and I put in a screen grab of the movie, like the one released photo.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's a
one of-
live action. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Wait, you didn't know that?
What?
Ta-da!
That's right. Which is much like the fan base is completely broken on whether or not that's a great thing or a bad thing, and most people I think are very hesitant to embrace it because live action video game movies typically do not turn out well.
Yep.
Yui Bowl isn't doing it, so we're good. One of the things the guy said too.
What do you mean? He makes wonderful movies.
He does a great job.
Didn't you love Blood Rain?
One of the things this guy said too, by the way, was that dollars to donuts, and I'm looking, like, I zoomed in on the live action actor for Link.
Yeah.
That adult Link is going to look like him.
I don't know if I like that. I'd rather Nintendo keep those kind of things separate. It also feels, well, I was going to say backwards, but maybe not. I don't know. I don't like that. I feel like those two things should be separate, not like try to tie them in together like that.
I mean, I'll say this. They're going to have to, because, like, if you are of our age, I mean, you're going to go see the movie anyways, but, like,
Yeah.
anyone under the age of 20, like, they don't have the same background with playing Ocarina of Time. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Most people probably played the Wild games, which is fine.
Yep.
But how are you going to bring them? How are you going to explain to them this weird shared universe of a multitude of different timelines? And the way to do it is you take the most popular game of the entire series.
I feel like the multiple timelines isn't really that like at the forefront of Legend of Zelda. It's just the games are the games. There is the stuff on the back end, but like I don't think people really pay too much attention to that.
Oh, I think they do. I think that the real hardcore fans do.
Well,
And I
that's
can tell you
right
that they
there.
do
That's the hardcore
because-
fans, though.
I can tell you that because we spent 3 hours talking about it one day.
Hey, I don't buy into it really. It's just there. I just like
No,
the
I
games.
Yeah, no, I do too. I also am noticing that the Legend of Zelda, the actual lettering for the remake looks similar to the lettering for the movie.
Ooh, okay. I didn't notice that.
I think that, and again, do I think it's going to be like a 1-to-1 copy of the actor? No, but I think they're going to bring it more in line, so that way when this goes out to theaters, again, based on what this guy was saying, and I kind of agree with it,
Yeah.
it's not going to be some weird dissonance where you're going to have like Ocarina of Time Link doing something, and then you see it on the big screen, you're like, that guy doesn't look like the guy from the games anymore.
Right. I get that.
I think that's why the live action is such a weird decision.
It is
Especially
a weird
because-
decision.
Because if they, let's say, for example, like you were talking about, Adam, they do an endgame style, get everybody together
Ooh,
for
yeah.
Smash Brothers. You're gonna have to reboot Zelda at that point.
Yeah.
Or so that you have a version that can actually interact with the other ones, where live action's going to be wonky.
Well, I mean, you look at the Batman movie, right? So you have the Batman Robert Pattinson movie, and then you had Batfleck happening at the same time. You can do it. You know what I mean? You could,
Right.
but this might just be its own thing.
Well, there's also video games that isekai into, or like real life into video games, so.
Yep.
Can always do that. Uh-oh. That's okay, you and I can talk.
Yeah.
What else did you see at
Hey.
Summer Games Fest?
Let me look at what's going on, because I did not watch any of it.
You missed out on a lot of cool stuff. I don't
Tell
know
me.
how to talk about the Xbox stuff without talking about their layoffs and their reset that they're doing.
We should wait for Mike to get back on that one, but I definitely want to talk about that before, because
Hey,
that is.
I know exactly what his reaction's going to be. He's going to be upset at
So-
Xbox. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? Fuck them.
I mean, it's kind of indicative of all the games. I mean, of all the gaming industry now, right?
Yeah.
Where,
Sony's going through it too.
yeah, I mean, like let's just hit that topic right on the head.
You wanna do it
Destiny, evident. Yeah, let's get
Oh, do
started.
we want to talk about Destiny now? Oh, shit.
Well, if we're going to talk about Destiny, first of all, playing it's fun. That game is really fun.
Mhm.
Oh, absolutely.
The disheartening Reddit post that you sent to us, Adam, where basically
from
it
the
looks
GM.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
where it's going to be like, we're the only thing we're going to have. We already have a skeleton crew, and that skeleton crew is all getting laid off. So
Yep.
expect some hot fixes, but not anything that's going to be substantive to like, if the game is broken, it's just going to end up being broken.
Well, it was even worse than that, I think. Well, in my opinion, I think it is. They said that if things are broken or just like ruining the game, they don't have the crew to like go in and fix it and update it. It's just going to be disabled.
Yep. That makes, I
That
mean,
sucks.
Yeah. I
Which
get
is-
it, but like
it's-
if you don't have anyone to work on the game, then what else can you really do?
Right.
and like, again, I know that there was some scuttlebutt that it was like Sony's way of punishing Bungie, but again, like I sent that thing, I think today, where it was like,
From Paul Tassi
no.
of Forbes.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like, that's not, business doesn't work like that.
Right.
It's not a punishment thing.
Right.
At the end of the day, they could hate Bungie, and if Bungie's making the money, they're just going to be like, hey, let's do it.
Yep.
It's a purely financial decision, which, again, not great because, I mean, there's a established player base, and Marathon, though awesome, is not doing, it's not like cranking
It's not doing
numbers.
Destiny numbers, no. And
Okay.
even with the increase in people who have joined back into Destiny, it apparently didn't move the needle either. Which I don't know how you guys feel, but I fully expected that to be the case.
No, I mean, I think when do you make a decision like that? If you backtrack, it makes you look weak as a company. It
Well,
makes you say, "Oh,
it's not going to sustain the player base either. They're going to say, "Great, we got what we did. We're going to keep playing." And then once you get to the end of playing, what do you do then? You're going to have another mass exodus.
Right.
right." So what my suspicion is going to be, again reading the tea leaves, I don't know what Bungie's longevity is. You know what I mean? Which is sad. That's a sad state of affairs, and I think in a perfect world they would have had the budget to and the creative direction to maintain both. You should maintain a Destiny deep lore base with intricate systems with a huge devoted player base, and you should be maintaining Marathon at the same time. This new thing, see how Marathon goes. It shouldn't be your tent pole, because if it doesn't succeed, your company folds.
Yep.
That's not I wouldn't do it that way,
I
but
can
I
see them
also
expanding Marathon too to like compensate for that, because that's what a lot of people are missing is just like this other part to make them want to buy the game. Like besides getting the PvP light mode that we have, and like we've played it a lot and have said it's nice and laid back. You'll get the occasional rook or whatever, but it's nice and chill. But there's a whole part of that PvE aspect that you can build out, and like I've seen a lot of discussion about it. But then like the problem with what people talk about when it comes to that is that they immediately start trying to Destinyify Marathon. They're saying,
Right.
we can add all these things, we can make classes, we can do this, we can create strikes and dungeons and shit. And they're like, so you just want to put Destiny in Marathon. And that's not the type of
Right.
game it is.
Right. Which it's fair, and like I think the thing is, I think Bungie needs something,
Yes.
and it needs something. If Destiny is going away, like in terms of they're not going to be updating, they're going to have the skeleton crew. They're going to maintain the servers for an indefinite. It's still making them money, right? Like people are still buying.
They're still buying
shit.
silver and stuff, yeah, but there's just no new content.
Right. If it's still making them money, they will just dump. They will just keep the servers open. They'll have a skeleton crew on it, and they'll just rake in cash, and
Yep.
they'll use that to hopefully put into development something that will get either Marathon over that hump, or something that will get more,
Right.
attention to Bungie.
And they have
Hey,
nothing.
maybe they might.
Go
They
ahead.
have nothing. Right. No,
Right.
no, you go ahead.
Well, that's what I was going to say. They have nothing incubating, nothing started, no testing, nothing like that. So
Right.
nothing for these people to be doing when they're just shutting down one thing, which is unfortunate.
Which, and again, Marathon's a beautiful game. Hell, we probably end up playing it tonight. But at the end of the day, it's got a $200 million price tag, and what do you get for that? Like, the maps are beautiful. You can't. I mean, except now you can, because you have a PvP light mode where you don't have to worry about getting killed every 3 seconds.
Yeah. But when you start messing with the game, it creates some fundamental issues like what's been going on with Season 2 right now. Because of the influx of your loadouts and the sponsored kits and stuff, people have started off with a leg up on the competition. Couple that with the Cradle stuff, where they people figured out a way to get a bunch of gear and then just sell it all really quick. So you've got people that have gold and stuff, gold items and kits in the first week or two of the game and have maxed out Cradles. Then you decide to come in and nerf all that shit, so that way it's harder to do and get. But then you've got all these other players that have already maxed it out, and you're not dropping it back down, but then the people are still working on it. It's even harder of a grind to do so now. So it's like there's a push and pull with the economy, and they push too much, and now they got to pull back, and they can't.
Right. And I do like the PvP light mode, and I do like the idea of them doing a PvE mode. But you're right; it skews heavily, and if you want, like, you're cranking through levels right now, and you're just
Almost
getting
55.
right. And I remember that
What did I do?
I'm level 26, and
I thought you were 30.
I feel like no, I'm 26,
Okay.
but I didn't play for a solid week, and I feel like it took me twice as long to get to that point in season
Yeah.
1.
Yeah.
And that's
Holy
like
shit.
if
I did not even consider that. Yeah. We're only like 3
Right.
weeks into the season and I'm already 55.
right,
Yeah.
you're on track to probably within the next 2 months like max out,
Yeah.
which is fine. But if that's the direction they want to go, and I think that should be the direction they go, they should go in the direction of using this PvP light mode to get players into the game, and then if it was me, and not that I'm in any way, shape, or form a game developer,
Yeah.
the extraction shooter portion of it with the heavy PvP like brutalness, that's going to turn off people. But you should still have it because
That's what the
people
game is
want
built
that.
on.
Right. So make something to kind of bridge that gap.
Mike, what do you want to see in a PvE mode?
I don't. That's the thing. Like, I'm just thinking about what you guys were talking about before, where they want to make all these changes that suggest this, suggest that, and it's basically ends up being Destiny with a marathon skin.
Right.
How do you go about doing that without doing that?
Make it mission based. Like there's something in the map and one of the POIs and you have to go hunt it down or find it or something, or like you have an objective on the map and you have a certain amount of time to do it in, and like it's littered with bots.
But that's what you kind of have now.
Well, this is more refined and like, ooh, you can build a whole contract system around that. Like that could be the story mode.
Yeah, in all honesty, I wish they had released season 1 with a story mode. Like, because I don't have a connection to the world. I like the world. I like my healer thing, but I'm just doing a job. Like, literally, it's like going to work. All right, we're gonna log in, and all right, we're gonna
That
go
is
run
so
our mission.
funny that you said that, because that's basically what you're doing for the factions. You're a liaison for them and going down to the planet.
Right, and if that's what you're trying to get across, that's fine. But there's no story that ties to that, so you end up just doing the job, and then you don't get to look
Right.
at this $200 million world.
There's
One of the
nothing that
things you
wraps
said,
that up. It's just you're this
Yeah.
character, you're experiencing this and doing these things for these people, and you're just along for the ride.
Right.
I will say this. Sorry, go on, Mike.
No, I was going to say, I want to say that's one of the things that I liked a lot about Destiny versus Marathon right now. Whereas Destiny, the worlds are very beautiful and they put a lot of work into it, but their missions and story arcs are making you explore it and see it. Whereas Marathon, not gonna lie, every little cutscene or whatever or conversation that they have when you rank up, I skip it. I have
But you get a lot of the lore
Yeah.
and what's been going on. I pay attention
But
to all
why?
that. Why? Because
Sure.
you want to know what happened to the colony and like how everybody died and it fell apart.
Yes, but my thing is, and again, I don't know how to go about it without making it like Destiny, where I don't mind working for that extra lore, or when you find something and tell us about it. It's cool little Easter eggs type of thing. But the way they have the lore and the storyline set up right now, it's you want the lore and storyline, you have to work for it. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna help you or tell you the story.
There's a big
You
disconnect.
got to read it yourself. Right. Whereas Destiny, it did some of that with the side stuff, but it forces you right into the story with the beautiful videos and stuff like that, and the missions.
Right.
Make you traverse and see all this.
And I think
Right.
that's
I
a
think-
difference in the game, though, because Marathon is supposed to be a mystery type thing. You have no idea what went on. You're just listening to these people, taking their suggestions, and going to find these answers. And you may
Right,
miss out
but-
on some of that.
But the engagement portion, I think this is where you're going with it, Mike, is
Yeah.
there is a player base, you for example, who is absolutely willing to jump into a game that doesn't give you anything and you have to
Right.
figure it out. But not everyone is, and does that appeal to a mass audience? At the end of the
Right.
day, again, I'm coming in. My goal in playing the game is to hang out with you two.
Yeah.
I mean, the lore is phenomenal. Like, if you go and watch anything on Marathon, the original games, it's trippy and weird and like fucking surreal. Marathon Infinite is like nuts
That's a
and
fever
like
dream when you start going down the rabbit hole of like the different timelines and things like that.
right,
It's
right.
very
And
cool.
the thing that is so surreal about this series is you have people that have been speculating on the lore for like 30 fucking years, and then they make a game where the lore, which some people want to get into, is pushed to the back end in favor of, some destroyer teabagging you because you suck and they hit you
Right.
with a waster shotgun. And it's like it's just a strange decision. It's not an easily accessible game. I love it. I mean, again, if we're gonna do survival mode tonight, I'm all in.
All right.
But the thing that was shocking about Destiny when I
wanna
played
play.
it for the first time is like it's kind of the opposite, where
Yeah.
walking into it with it not having grown into that player base,
Mhm.
like you telling me about what is going on in a mission, that sounds like a fever dream. And unlike Marathon, you don't have to like dig through various achievements to find out that stuff. It's just there. They will give you an info dump, and it's up to you to listen to what's going on.
And I
And
think
then they'll
part
give
of that
you a
is you just
cutscene.
dropping into it too, because you weren't there to experience the story or to pick up on these beats, know who these characters are, and shit like that. And even if you did start from some of those points, you're still missing a ton because that content's just not in the game anymore.
Right. And like it's very surreal. But I mean, dude, I'm actually really bummed. I'm bummed for like
Yeah.
you guys where it's like you had this beautiful world that just got axed because of, mismanagement on a corporate level.
Going on Star Horse's game show just to beat enemies and gain his favor was some of the most fun you'll have in the game.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anyways, so on top of this Bungie thing,
Yes.
I mean, this is hitting across the board everywhere. You're saying that Quali Lab,
The Quali, I believe, is how you pronounce it. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah,
they're shutting down.
Yeah, they just put out a game called Luna Abyss, which was really well received. I played it for a little while too. If you like, if you like Saros or Returnal, like the people call it Boomer Shooter, and oh god, like what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like Gradient,
Like Bullet
Gradius, Bullet,
Yeah, Bullet.
yeah, Bullet, Ikaruga, like that. But it's
Yeah.
first-person shooting. So
Right.
it was a neat game. I don't really care for like the aesthetics or anything like that, but it's neat. It's still fun. It's a little slow, but it's an interesting game. It just came out a couple weeks ago and the studio's shutting down.
That sucks.
Yes. However, I'm going to try to paint this. Well, I'm not going to try. I'm just going to throw this out there, and it kind of paints it in a different light too. From what I was reading, it was developed by at most 25 people, but a main team of 9, and it took about 7 years to make.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the nature. Like, this is a very difficult time to
It is.
be. AAA companies that are making billions of dollars are closing down.
I want to point you
And-
both to Jason Schreier from Bloomberg, his YouTube channel. He's been putting up some video essays every day, every other day or so, talking about some of these important topics like we're talking about. They talked about how Mina the Howler was a make-or-break game for Yacht Club. They talked about what went on at Xbox and why it was going down, why Destiny ended up having the floor pulled out from underneath them, and why E3 went away and things like that. So it's definitely worth checking out.
Putting this in the chat because I just pulled this in. I'm going to subscribe to that.
Yeah.
This is one of those things that I truly love is like, it's like Telltale Games, right? Where,
Yeah. We got Wolf Among Us
You
2
have-
coming! Fuck yeah!
but who's released it? It's not Telltale.
I think it is, but not as Telltale. It's just a handful of developers from Telltale that
Right.
were contracted to finish out the game when they were first making it. But it's not Telltale specifically. I don't really know,
Right.
but it is those developers, so it's going to be a similar type game, and I can't wait. Dude, Wolf Among Us 1 was such a great game, and not just because it was like The Walking Dead, but because of the source material that they pulled the story and stuff from and really gave life to those characters, and it fits so well. Not to mention, you love Bigby. Like, he's a great character. You gotta try
I
it.
do like. I love me a good like modern day fantasy like
Choose
because
your own
this is
adventure thing.
based on it's based on a comic book series.
Yes, it is. Called
Right.
Fables.
And yeah. Yes, and evidently Big B fought Batman at one point because it's a DC comic property.
I
Yeah.
did not know that, but yes, it is. Oh,
Enjoy
Mike,
that.
Mike, you good?
Really?
That's funny. I did not know that.
It's funny. The
Cool.
synopsis of this
Yeah.
series, and it's a series, it's multiple issues.
It said 6. I
This
think.
is the synopsis on Wikipedia. Batman meets Bigby Wolf.
That's it. If you can't tell, Mike, Bigby is the big bad wolf.
Oh, okay.
Big B Wolf.
Yeah.
Like it. Like it. I like what they did there. No, but like Telltale Games, I remember I was reading like an introspective on like why that company tanked, and it was just basically like they were a victim of their own success.
Yes, they were.
And they grew
Overpromised
to
and
a point,
under-delivered.
and they grew to a point where they grew organically, and they didn't grow like they didn't grow in a way that allowed them to like set up. It wasn't
stair
a
steps.
sustainable right. It wasn't a sustainable growth model.
right.
So you end up with this like core group of people, and then it goes from that to like like couple hundred software developers all working on different projects. There's no creative leadership on the top.
And you're promising the world to everybody too.
Right. And then the minute that one thing fails, I mean, they had some phenomenal games.
Yes, they did.
But like now we're coming into that kind of thing again. And I think you had mentioned in the chat, Adam, where it's like this is the logical outgrowth of companies buying a shit ton of studios, is you end up losing a shit ton of studios.
Yeah.
Going into, what is it, Ninja Theory's going away?
Ninja Theory's going away. Compulsion Games is going away. There's talks of Ninja Theory and Double Fine spinning off to maintain their independency so they can keep making games. Another thing I saw was when they showed off the Hellblade 3 gameplay at the Xbox showcase, it was less about the game being in development because they're closing the studio or spinning them off, and more of a look what they can do and are making who wants to buy the studio kind of thing.
Right. It's their way of selling themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like I said, Sony has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever, even though they're not doing well either. But
Yeah, they closed a studio not that long ago that was in the process of making a game and had nothing to show for it after like 3 years. But there was a handful of studios like that too. I feel like now, since we've gotten kind of a condensed version of what these main studios look like the exclusivity race between Sony and Xbox and what they all bought up compared to what we are left with now and what has come out is so small compared to where we started. And it's because of that exclusivity shit that went on for those couple of years where everybody had to buy something and then make up for it on the back end, ruin the economy for gaming as it is right now. We've lost a lot of good games or potential games. We've lost a lot of good studios, and there's a lot of crossover between when we would get games on the other consoles. You can't enjoy them the same way anymore. And it's all because of that point in time.
right. And like now with Sony making the choice to like not release on PC anymore,
That's another thing too, yeah.
It's going to alienate a whole bunch of other games. It's weird because that's going to kill their bottom line.
And it's such
where
a
they could-
bass-ackwards thing to choose, too, because they were, like, maybe the games weren't that great when they were coming out on PC, but they were still being worked on and fixed up to where they were still playable. But it's another arm of your company that can be making a ton of money because there's a shit ton of people playing on PC now. And they're just like,
Right.
nah,
And-
turn it off.
And the funny thing for me is, and especially in the digital games market, where it's like you're not in the back olden days where you had to print a shit ton of CDs. Okay, like I get it. Like there's a substantial financial cost.
Right.
But with digital games, what as they are, like you have to maintain, servers to be so that people can download them. But at the end of the day, the cost, at least the overhead cost, is very little. You just contract that out. You want to buy our game? Cool. You buy the license for it. We put it on your storefront, and people can just buy it. And then that's what it is. Like, it's very strange. It's a very strange decision. And even more to the point, like Xbox as a company is not doing well. Sony is starting to get hit pretty hard. The only company that seems to be doing halfway decent
Is
is
Nintendo.
And even Nintendo's not doing great, but like they're
They're still smart
I'm
about
seeing,
business, though.
I am seeing a million TikToks right now of people going, "Oh, well, you're never going to catch me dead buying a Switch 2." And then it plays the Ocarina of Time music, and then it just shows them pick up a Switch 2. And it's like, yeah, that's how you do it.
Yep.
You get every single 40-year-old person with disposable income to go buy your system because they want that one game. Hell, I bought it for, I don't even have a 4K TV. I bought it for 4K and 60 FPS for Breath of the Wild.
One
and Tears of the
day,
Kingdom.
you'll get it.
One day. I'll get there. I'm gonna reach for that rainbow, man. Yeah, and so going into this, like
It's going to be a bloodbath when it comes to
It's gonna be a
layoffs and
bloodbath.
people. Yeah.
and like this is, and if they were laying off all these people, it's not like you can go spin off. Every one of those people is going to go spin off. Like it's going to be people out of work, man.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. I'm not jazzed about it.
Nope. This doesn't help anything, but Fortnite was showing off a bunch of things lately, and they were like, we use generative AI in our stuff, and this is how we do it, and like showed off all that and stuff, and people were like, why are you showing this? We don't want this. We're not happy with it. So much so that Ponkel, the people who make Vampire Survivors, had a deal with Fortnite, and they were going to bring some items or assets to the game, and saw this, and they left a comment on the Reddit thread about it, and was like, yeah, we're going to revisit this because we're not about generative AI, so probably not going to happen.
Right.
So good on them
Good.
sticking to their guns.
Good. I mean, like, I again, in a world where generative AI is like all of these companies, like, it's so bad. Like, those are jobs, man. Like, artistic, like art directors for games are there for a reason. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Good for Ponko. Like, God, every time they come up, they have like a $5 video game that just, again, one of the few games that I just pick up and I'm just like, all right, we'll just do a couple runs.
They have a game that was just shown off at Summer Games Fest too. It was like a PvP version of Vampire Survivors, but it's Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, dude.
Oh, Mike, I got your attention. Go look it up. I'm not kidding. It's a Vampire Survivors Jujutsu Kaisen game, and it's PvE and PvP, I believe. But it's Vampire Survivors.
Like I just read something about Ponko too, that there might be spinning off the Survivors property. Like, it's going to be its own
Interesting.
game division.
Well, they're licensing the engine that they use that for to a couple different studios. Like the Jujutsu Kaisen one is one of them. The Warhammer 40K, I think it is the other one. There's got to be some more that they've got cooking too. Not to mention their updates for Vampire Survivors that's coming out in summer.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, I just looked up Ponko, and every single solitary news article is on their one comment
Yeah.
on Reddit.
Yeah. Good stuff.
So this, by the way, Mike, if you're interested, this is the Jujutsu Kaisen Survivor thing.
It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I want to try it just because I like Vampire Survivors, but I don't know nothing about Jujutsu Kaisen or how this is going to be a PvP game.
Jujutsu Kaisen, I watched a few episodes of it. I wish
Yeah.
I have to go back and actually like finish it. But it hits all of the wonderful like cheesy anime of they'll do an attack and then spend 35 minutes talking about what the attack does and like going into like minute detail of everything, and then the other guy will be like, well, I have to tell you about this, and then he'll talk about his attack. And then like it's the wildest shit. There's so much there's so much depth to it. Like right from the onset where I'm like, wait, what?
You know what? I think. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's what makes it freaking awesome.
Oh no, this is not me slamming it. It is corny in the best possible way. It is
Oh,
so
fuck yeah.
good.
And I think that's why I liked One Punch Man, because it does away with all that. It's just like, I don't want to hear this shit. Just let me punch you once and that's it. Why isn't anyone strong enough?
One Punch Man season 1 is so fucking good, and season 2 was okay too. But like season 1, it is literally just like I remember watching it and being like, "This is the perfect deconstruction of every single like shonen series where somebody just keeps getting power level higher and higher and higher and higher." It's the dumbest fucking thing where the guy's like, you know how I got this power? I did 100 sit-ups every day. And the guy's like, dude, that's nothing. That's not training at all. Like, regular people do that. And he's like, well, I don't know. And he fights on the moon.
It's a good show.
So good.
So I'm surprised you put Adventures of Elliot discussion on here.
Oh, yeah. I just, I wanted to, because again, I know you said you had purchased it, right?
And I did, and I have been playing it.
What are your, I mean, it's a beautiful game. Jesus.
Cool thing about the demo is that your progress from the demo carried over to the main game. So I got a jump start on the story. It's pretty cool. It's still, the story and the way people talk and stuff is still very It's like whatever background fluff. Like, it's slow. I don't care for the way the sentences are structured or how people talk to each other or anything like that. But what is going on is interesting. It's mainly the gameplay that has got me. I really think it's fun. It reminds me a lot of Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, just a little more actiony. There's a ton of like overworld dungeons and stuff to check out, go in, get treasure, explore the overworld and stuff. And apparently there's a time travel mechanic. So,
Yeah.
I'm still learning a lot. I'm still at the kind of beginning of the game, but I am thoroughly enjoying it. Definitely a solid 7.
Yeah, it gave, so I put the Game Informer review in there and they gave it a 7.25, and like, hey,
That sounds
that's
right.
not, yeah, and like, that's fine, man. Like, I'm
Generally,
not
people will look at a 7 and say, oh, that game must be terrible, but 7 is good.
Yeah.
7 is a solid game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not planning on buying it. I will say this, though.
Try the demo.
I want to download the demo on the Switch, too, because I feel like
That is a perfect console for it.
that's what I'm
That's
saying.
what it feels like.
A top-down action adventure in the vein of Link to the Past.
Yeah.
That has to be like, it feels right for that system.
Yep.
Which
I would
reminds
agree.
me, I gotta pick up Hades again.
I still haven't loaded up Hades 2. And I know it's a great game, and I love the first one. I just haven't done it.
Oh, by the way, we're talking about doing like a Spotify
Playlist, yes. We still have to put in our songs. We've got 2. We got a whole 2
There-
songs.
So there is Supergiant Games put out a Songs of Supergiant Games,
Oh yeah.
but it's not this songs from the games. It is like reimaginings of the songs from the games in like this very
Ooh.
epic with like live instrumentation. It's so fucking good. Here,
Oh man. What is the name of the game with the boy and it's got the narrator?
Bastion.
Bastion. Thank you. I really like the music in Bastion.
Bastion's music. Oh my god, it. So the soundtrack. So again, like the background of that is evidently they wrote the music for that game before they developed the game.
Oh
So
wow.
so they developed the game around the music and the story. So
There is a
that's
no-clip
why.
documentary about Bastion and some of that stuff, so I got to go back and watch that.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Mike. I feel like we've been talking a lot this episode.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to. I'm just trying to wrap my head around the fact that you gave two sentences and he knew exactly what game you were, and the description you gave could mean any fucking game.
But it was very specific because in game the character's called the boy, and you got a person called the narrator who like talks about the things that you do in the game. Like if you swing your hammer around to break stuff, he goes, "The boy rages for a while." You do something like that, he narrates on that too. So of course he's gonna know it.
And like the world itself is so fucking cool. Like the entire world is elevated floating platforms that like fall away and raise up, and it's basically you're in a world that's falling apart, but you're like trying to bring the world back together. I haven't finished it, but it's
Dude, you gotta finish it.
I know.
It has a very good, satisfying ending. It's very cool.
Did you play? So Bastion was that one. Oh my god, what's the one with the sword?
Transistor.
Transistor was so good too.
See, I did it.
We just like we really did. What's the game with the sword? Transistor. Nice. Transistor. The crux of the story is you are a woman and your lover is the sword.
Yes.
And like there's like a cool jazz mechanic.
Uh-huh.
So good.
You okay, Mike?
Awesome music in that too. But
yeah.
So I just shared in our text chat it's in our so that when you get a chance, listen to that entire fucking album.
Cool.
It has Transistor songs. Remember the Bastion is the last song on it, and slap all those songs on our playlist.
Okay.
Such a good. Yeah. Which, by the way, like, God forbid that studio ever goes under. I would be so.
They have been independent for years. I would hope that they know what they're doing business-wise now.
So when I went, the only E3 that I ever went to.
You went to an E3? I'm jealous.
I'm sorry. It wasn't an E3. It was PAX. It was PAX East.
Okay.
Idiot. Yeah, I went to a PAX East, and PAX East.
I went to PAX East once.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
They went and they were releasing Rune, which was that like asymmetric, like fighting game, but you had like spell books and shit. I remember they were like, it was cool. They were like, "Yeah, come over, you can play our game," and I was like, "All right, we're doing it." Such a good, and Hades 1. I haven't played Hades 2. I don't even own it yet. Hades 1. I started playing that because I was in Germany for 3 weeks doing a training, and I had nothing to do. I didn't speak German, so I brought my Switch with me, and I
never mind learning the language. Play games.
I'm American, baby. I barely speak English. I like every night because I had nothing to do. I'd just slap on Hades and I would just run it over and over and over again. Oh, it's such a good game. Shit, I gotta play that now. Oh, and actually, because again, I know we're getting late into the.
I want to know if Mike has any game recommendations. We've just been talking about other stuff.
As far as game recommendations, all the ones I recommend are not doing so hot, so I'm just
Oh.
not going to recommend anything anymore.
Sorry, man. It's you.
What
It's
you
your
got to
fault.
do, Mike? What you have to do is recommend games now that you don't want to succeed.
Put 'em out of their
newest,
misery.
Well, fun fact: one of the things they put in there is EA has filed a new trademark for Ultima.
I was going to ask about that literally just now because I saw that. I'm like, wait a minute. Do they have the license to Ultima? And is what Richard Garriott allowing that? Because I thought that he owned Ultima, the name, and all those games.
I don't know. I am basing it on Gamers News on thephrasemaker.com is what released it, and let's
Whoa, the phrase maker.
but the
What a name.
the funny part about it is all of the comments. First comment, the first comment
Oh no.
for E is oh no.
And then no good can come of this.
You're right.
Oh, that's a good point too. 99.9% chance holding on to trademark, nothing to see here.
Right, and that's kind of, we were talking about that too with the Ninja Theory, all of these studios that are closing.
Yeah.
99% of those IPs, like if we're lucky, they might be able to buy some back, but 99% of those IPs are just going to be held in a vault by Xbox, by Sony, by whoever.
Mike, it's
They're
an
just
Embracer
going-
group all over again, just in a different form.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's what's going to probably end up happening with Destiny, right? If Bungie goes under, Destiny still, if they decide that that's a lucrative enough IP and they want to re-release it,
Yeah, they can
they'll
sell
just get
that
another.
IP. Yeah.
They own Bungie.
Yep. Well. I don't know if Sony can make that decision because, as far as I'm aware, Bungie owns the IPs to their game still. They're just like under the Sony umbrella. So maybe it'd be their choice to do so to keep them afloat. But I feel like it would probably have to go through Sony too.
I wonder, because they didn't have that contract with Xbox, which is why Halo is now under Halo Studios or whatever.
Well, they had a deal with Microsoft, like contractually. Bungie bought themselves out of the contract, but still were making the games. And then they sold the IP of Halo to Xbox, and then they created a studio specifically to develop the Halo series.
Huh.
Yeah. And fumbled that bag too.
Yeah. I mean, gaming be gaming.
Mm-hmm. You okay, Mike? Did we upset you this time?
Just a little bit.
Sorry. We're just trying to be educational. I'm not trying to bring you down.
I know. No, I know that. It's just thinking about. I'm just thinking about how the
mighty have
podcast
fallen.
started. No, I'm just thinking about like all the conversations we had at the beginning when we first started the podcast and our theories and how they not only are they coming to fruition of what we said was going to happen. It's a lot more bitter than we thought.
Yeah. Well, when you take a step back and look at the trees in the forest, you realize that some of them are only stumps. I don't know. I'm not good with metaphors.
I'm just hoping it doesn't. We're not getting to a point like where the video game industry was at the beginning before Nintendo came out with Super Mario.
So you're afraid that there's going to be another video game crash? I think we talked about this actually a handful of episodes ago. Like, do we think that there's going to be another crash? And I don't remember what everyone's predictions were. So let's do it again. What are your projections? Do you think that there's going to be another video game crash? And if so, when?
I think it's going to happen. If it's going to happen, it's going to start happening now because we're going to start transitioning to a new generation of consoles. My suspicion is going to be we're going to end up with Xbox is going to have some bespoke hardware. Maybe they'll retain a few of their larger studios, like
I
Halo
forgot to
Studios
mention there was talk about
Yeah.
Xbox spinning off within Microsoft to be its what? Xbox was talking about spinning off to be its own separate subsidiary under Microsoft rather than being a Microsoft entity.
Does that mean anything though?
Why?
Like at the end of
I
the
don't
day?
know. I mean, it affects Microsoft's bottom line, but beyond that, I don't know.
I mean, I suspect what the reason they would want to do that is to make Microsoft bottom line look better, right? So
Probably like to cut off to blah, blah, blah. Let me get my words right. I think it would be a way to like stop the bleeding basically and put the onus on the Xbox brand rather than saying we have an arm that's losing, like bleeding out or whatever. So let's just cut it off, set it up as its own entity, and then have it conduct business that way and still feed into the company at large.
right. I mean, that's a decision like that with the way that Xbox is going. It's not because Xbox is doing well and they're trying to make themselves into their own wing. It's so that way they can say, hey, this one, they're their own entity, they're handling their own business. We're not going to devote as many resources and we're not going to count that into our bottom line.
Which is part of like what Asha Sharma's whole thing about coming in now is about. It's about resetting and trying to build the business and the brand and starting off small again. So,
Good stuff.
Mike, your opinion?
My opinion is, I hope resetting does well, because I think we are at that inflection point where
Do you think there's going to be a crash?
I think there is going to be a crash. Now, whether or not we're going to recover from it is going to depend. Is going to depend on how the companies handle it now.
Yeah.
I
I
what's
think that
funny is
the
I
land-
didn't think about that aspect. I think I also interrupted you, Sean. Do you think that there's going to be a recovery, or do you think that'll be it?
What I think is going to I don't think there's going to be a crash in the traditional way. What I think is going to happen is we're going to have a severe reduction in AAA games, right? We're going to have a mass close down of studios, and we're going to end up with a bunch of shovelware, right? There'll be some diamonds in the rough. There's going to be a lot of good indie games coming out. There still are, right? I think what's going to end up happening is they're going to reevaluate their business model, and they're going to move away from, especially with the cost of memory, chip shortages, tariffs, the fact that AAA games are not selling nearly as well as they used to. I think we're going to see a pivot, and I think the landscape is going to be Xbox is going to, whatever Xbox will be, is going to have it's going to be a much smaller entity, and it's going to primarily focus on like Xbox Game Pass, so that way you get Xbox and PC. Then Sony, it looks like they're trying to shore up the walls, so they're going to end up being similar to Nintendo, and they'll accept games from like third-party studios and maybe from Microsoft, but they're not going to populate their games on any other storefronts. All of the other storefronts, the Valves, the Epic Games, they're going to just continue as they're doing and just collect money hand over fist, and all the indie games are going to get piled under because there's going to be a million indie games coming out, a few diamonds in the rough, but no one's going to be making any money on it, and they're going to end up with a whole massive studio shutdowns.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a crash, but I don't think it's going to look the same as like the Atari crash.
Right.
Oh, another thing I forgot to mention too, since Xbox games were coming out to the PS5 and stuff like that, there were some rumors about the new Gears of War E-Day game being prepared and ready for PS5, but not coming out anyway. Like it's being held back for an
I can see that
exclusivity
happening.
deal. So,
Yeah.
not surprised. I don't think. You know what's funny is I'm going to be the optimist here, and I'm going to say that there's not going to be a crash. I think there's going to be a severe condensing of things, and we're not going to get all the bells and whistles and fancy things like we have before. We're going to see one or two exclusives, and those are going to be the tent poles for the specific consoles, whether it's Gears of War with Sony or Halo with Xbox. there's going to be specific flagship games and stuff that are going to be that console specific, and you can only get it there. And they're going to try to slowly open the gates for like third party and stuff for some of their studios, so that way they have some money coming in. But everything is going to slow down. But I don't think it's going to necessarily crash. There's just going to be reset is like the perfect word, but it's not like in the literal sense. It's going to hurt.
Right. I think but I do think that the AAA market it has to change, because
I agree.
there are so many tentpole games, and it's like tentpole movies. The movie industry is in kind of a similar space now, where it's like they were releasing 3 Marvel movies a year, 2 Star Wars movies a year, a couple DC movies a year, and eventually got to a point where people were like, all right, whatever. You have the Ubisofts of the world, where they're like, every game's going to be an open world game, and people are like, the thing that we're buying is the story, and often the stories are kind of the second thought of thing.
Yeah.
Aside from filling a map with a bunch of random fetch quests.
I don't think gaming philosophy should be the basis of a video game development. It should be story first. But Ubisoft is like, here's the games we make, just fit a story around it.
Right, and like
that was another thing I forgot to mention about Jason Schreier. He's got a really good video about why games cost the prices they do now and how it got to that point, and he goes over like not actual numbers, but with talking with different studios and developers and things, he's got a pretty good idea of what that looks like, and he goes into the rough numbers, and it balloons so quick these days.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because you have to move units, because even when we were gaming back in the SNES days, a game cost $60. Like, it was, the price point hasn't drastically changed over the course of 30 years.
We talked about this on the N64 episode.
Right. And it's like, at the end of the day, the way you make up that loss is you move units. And the way you move units is you get people to buy your console. And the way you get people to buy your console,
consoles are sold at a loss to begin with for that reason.
I think I don't know if they still are, especially with the price increases that we're running into. I think in the early onset, when you first release a console, it's a loss leader.
Mm-hmm.
But it's afterwards that you end up accumulating money on those hardware sales, because after a point, you don't need to make a giant amount. You just maintain a certain stock, and then you just deposit that out to your stores.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Yes. I like how we went from the Ultima trademark to that. It's a fun little journey.
Because we smart people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're real smart fellers.
Smart fellers and fart smellers.
It's my own brand.
Ooh la la.
Was that your name?
Yep.
Oh, de butthole.
You defart.
Gross. All right, kids. All right. Do we want to wrap this up and take a break and maybe play something? Yeah.
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 Yes,
Mike?
please.
Yeah. All right, folks. If you want more from us, we are on the socials, which are Facebook and Instagram and Blue Sky and Threads, and we have a Patreon, which you can see some behind-the-scenes stuff and other rough cuts of things. And the video version of the podcast goes live on YouTube same day as the audio version, which is 7:30 on Wednesdays. Yay.
Let's do this.
All right. After that awkward pause, let's go do stuff. I'm gonna go bandage my finger.
Yeah.
Look. I got two trigger fingers instead of one. I got two big trigger. This looks wrong. Never mind. Goodbye.
Later.
That's not right.
Bye. Bye.